Hi guys, it's Mike here. Part 2 from the Magic Card is the assembly, and this is the side-by-side comparison of the same colors on Copic paper to the right and Nina on the left. I wasn't very happy with the blending card when it was wet. Now that it dried all night, it, well, kinda redeemed itself. I still prefer the Nina, I'm sorry. I guess I'm used to working with it. I like the colors better. And I use the same markers, but still it looks different. I restamped it, but because if you remember, I took off the stamp from the Misty, it didn't match up quite properly or the same. So I used the Copic one. Anyway, I taped acetate and the coloring on top of each other so they wouldn't shift, and I could work with them in the next steps without, headaches. And I'm cutting off a little slit at the side so I can make a small tab on the bottom. I shouldn't have used that tacky tape, by the way. It's normal office wear tape, and taping it is okay, but removing was a bit of a headache. You'll see that. So see, by cutting a little bit of the sides and then leaving the width on the bottom, you get a tab where the card will catch, and you can make it as big and as small as you like. This is my first magic card. I call it magic card. I'm not really sure that's the proper name, but I saw a version of this on YouTube or Pinterest. I don't even remember, but I think this is a little bit of an easier version because you build it in components instead of whole cards. And here I'm deciding a frame to use because I'm gonna cut it from the card stock. I'm taping it in place, and I got this wax paper because I'm running out of my release paper for my foam tape trick, and to be honest, I wasn't sure which side to use. They felt the same, and it stuck to my tape, so I'm not sure I used it properly, but it's probably my fault and not the wax paper. And I started by cutting them in half, and I realized a little bit later on that that was still too wide, and then the card wouldn't move. So I cut them again in half, so they're really small, narrow strips. And here I'm making sure the right side is up because the frame is a little bit more towards the top, which I prefer visually. See, I'm making sure that it doesn't catch behind the tabs, but then because I used it this width still caught the tabs, so I had to remove it and cut them smaller. And I thought I'd leave this in just because you can see that it's a process and sometimes you can think it up in your head, but whilst you're working on it, it still doesn't work out the way you think it will. See, I'm fumbling away with the wax paper, and then in the end I just used tape runner to make it sticky again, and I cut it out because that was boring. And I made a U shape of foam tape, so the top is open. You need it to, pull out the card. And I'm putting a separation in between, which is the same size as the frame. And this panel, by the way, is just half a centimeter smaller than my card base, so you get a bit of a matching idea. See, checking if it fits, and it does. And some people I've seen on Pinterest use eyelets. I didn't want to add the bulk, So I just use some washi tape to adhere my ribbon. Oh, and this is, by the way, it's wasbezine. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but it's really soft petroleum-like product that helps to get the sticky off things, but it's soft enough not to ruin your acetate or plastic or whatever you have the stickiness on. I kept it away from the stage, so I didn't know how that would work. And the background is BT2, I think, from Spectrum, blue teal. And I just happen to have washi tape that's, well, the same color, and it had polka dots. I'm not sure you can see them, but I also found a ribbon in the same color with polka dots, so that kind of made my day. So I'm using a bit of washi tape. And now that I'm editing this photo, I'm seeing this seepage from the coloring. Maybe I should have covered it up as well, because when you pull it out, well, you look at the front, but you might also see the back. But I will do that next time. So the trick is you slide the acetate in the front of your divider and the color bit in behind it. And then you have to attach it to the card base. I first pulled out tape runner, but then I thought, oh no, I need depth as well, because there's still this cardstock that needs to move. So away goes the red tape, and in comes the foam tape, which I cut out again, because you know already seen how that works. To prevent the card from completely sliding out, I put really tiny little bits of foam tape at the top next to the narrow bit. So those little stoppers, I would say, they catch the tab that we made earlier, and you won't slide it out completely. So I hope you found this useful. I hope you will give it a try, because I think any kid will be really, really, happy to get a card like this. I mean, it made my day when I saw them first, and I think they're just magic. So thank you for watching. By the way, this is my 90th video, and Thursday will be my 1 year anniversary on YouTube, and also the closing date for my 100 YouTube subscribers. So if you haven't done yet, please join in, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye bye.